let's go to the tail of the tape for the Bellator MMA Heavyweight Championship fight.
You can look at those records. Both guys have a ton of experience. They're very similar in size. In fact, this is one of the only times I've ever seen where Fedor is the bigger fighter, weighing in at 236 to 234 for Ryan Bader.
Here is Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA live on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus from the Kia Forum. The time has come for the Legends Last Stand. In the main event of the evening, the much anticipated rematch is set for 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Heavyweight World Championship. Sanctioned tonight by the California State Athletic Commission, Chairman Peter Villegas, Executive Officer Mr. Andy Foster. And now, first, the blue corner. At 6 foot weighing in 236.2 pounds to complete an iconic career tonight. He looks to capture Bellator gold as he enters the cage unrivaled with 40 professional victories, just 6 defeats, and a fearsome 31 finishes, 16 by way of knockout, 15 by way of submission. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger, MMA's legendary heavyweight, the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko. And across the cage, the champion tonight fights out of the red corner. At 6'2", weighing in 234.4 pounds, the former 2-weight class world champion tonight, for the 4th time, defends his heavyweight belt, bringing 30 professional victories, 12 by knockout, 3 by submission, against 7 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the reigning and defending Bellator Heavyweight World Champion, Ryan the referee in charge, Herb Dean.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to keep it clean. Touch gloves. Let's do it.
The end of an era, the last link to the halcyon days of Pride Fighting Championships. The Bellator Heavyweight Championship hangs in the balance. Ryan Bader looking to close the book on Fedor's career with a victory, while Fedor Emelianenko wants to go out on top, looking to become the oldest champion in history at the age of 46. Immediately, Fedor loves to lead with that right hand.
Throws punches from odd angles.
Yeah,
that makes it very difficult to deal with in the stand-up.
Those casting punches, all Igor Vovchanchin, that we've seen throughout the career. There's a right hand by Bader, using it to set up a takedown attempt. Well scouted by Emelianenko.
Very smart of Ryan Bader. At the first part of that, you saw Fedor moving him back. He knows that that's an important aspect in winning this fight. Bader is not allowing him to do that.
Left hook, clipping Fedor, blood already on his nose, in the right hand. Fedor's hands are low. Defense has never been his strong suit.
No, defense is not part of what he does. He goes after you with intensity.
With the right hand, and the Bader all over Fedor. Just over a minute gone in the first round.
Bader just needs to be careful right here. Take his time. Don't rush things. Careful of the arm bar, because Fedor swings to it very fast.
There was a time.
You can see where he's setting that arm up.
There was a time where he was lightning quick with the arm bars from the bottom, including against Mark Coleman, one of the fighters he's faced 2 times. But that was then. This is now. He's got Ryan Bader on top of him.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a difference now. Ryan Bader very good from the top position, and outstanding ground and pounding. He lays down a lot of damage when he is on top.
And so much time left here in the first round, just over 3 minutes. Fedor working from his back, trying to defend against the ground and pound attack of Ryan Bader. Hammer fist from the heavyweight champion, looking to hammer his way to history.
Bader going after the finish. Very good strikes. Just putting big hammer fist down on Fedor.
In a sport this unforgiving, legends don't usually get to go out on their terms.
No, legends normally don't go out on top. It's just part of the way the sport is. Such a difficult sport to maintain that level. That's it.
Ryan Darth Bader has just cemented his legacy, dispatching Fedor Emelianenko, doing it again in the first round. And Bader will forever be known as the only man to defeat a man who will go down, despite what we even saw tonight, John, as one of the best to ever do it.
You know, and you could see.
But Father Time is not kind.
Father Time is a mean individual. And you could see throughout that fight, shots that Bader was even missing a little bit, glancing, they were having an effect on Fedor. Here he goes after, slips. The shot kind of hits towards the back of the head, but that was a legal blow, and then goes after him in the ground and pound. And once Bader was on top, he was relentless in just doing damage. Fedor had no true defense against it. And this is what happens when time comes for everyone, where we can never keep what we had forever.
Ryan Darth Bader successfully defends the Bellator Heavyweight Championship, not the way Fedor Emelianenko wanted to go out. But the legend is now on to better things at the age of 46. Randy Couture, Mark Coleman. What a scene. These two battled twice in Pride Fighting Championships, and again, the respect that the MMA community has for Fedor Emelianenko. One of the most humble individuals in the sport, a man who was known for the Spartan lifestyle, stoic, whether it be in victory or defeat. But the end has come for the last emperor. Let's go to Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's main event, it comes to an end. 2 minutes, 30 seconds into round number one. The winner by TKO and still Bellator Heavyweight World Champion, Ryan Darth Bader.
Ryan Darth Bader improves to 5-0 in rematches, and his 7-fight unbeaten streak in heavyweight competition, the longest active streak in the division. Ryan Bader makes history tonight. Let's go to John McCarthy.
I am here with Ryan Bader. Ryan, you just put on a beautiful performance. I know this is both bittersweet because you have so much respect for Fedor, but your job is to come in here and do what you just did.
Yeah, it was bittersweet. You know, I idolize him like every other MMA fan and fighter coming up, you know, and so first off, get on your feet and give that man a hand for what he's done for that sport. He put the sport on his back. That is a legend right there, and I'm so glad that I could be part of his story. So thank you very much, Fedor. You're the man. But yeah, I had to, you know, come in and do my job at the end of the day, so here we are. Got the win, and then kind of move on.
You have put on some outstanding performances here in the Bellator cage, but as a heavyweight, you've been perfect. You have just annihilated everyone that they have put in front of you. What does it mean to you to have 2 wins against a guy who basically everyone looks up to? Those 2 wins is something nobody else has.
It's not even the wins, it's being able to compete against that man, you know, go in there, and, you know, that first fight was amazing, and then this one, same deal. It's such a, you know, build up whenever you're fighting Fedor and standing across that cage from him. Pretty surreal, you know, so to do it twice, you know, I don't care about going out there beating him twice or whatnot. I care about sharing that cage with that man, and man, it was a good run.
Well, I want to tell you, congratulations on a beautiful win. You are the man, the heavyweight champion of Bellator, Ryan Bader. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with a legend, Fedor Emelianenko. a man who has been fighting now for 20 years, a man who has had an undefeated streak that no one else ever matched in the heavyweight division. How at this moment is Fedor feeling?
Федя, ты достиг огромных достижений, которые никто в тяжелом весе в ММА не достиг. Как ты сейчас себя чувствуешь в данный момент?
С одной стороны, я огорчен, что не смог вас порадовать, дорогие друзья, сегодня. Вот. А с другой стороны, очень рад тому, что все вы болели за меня, рад тому, что мои друзья здесь собрались, бойцы, которые прошли со мной эти долгие годы, эти многие десятилетия. Я очень рад видеть все эти лица.
He said on one side, I'm sad, of course, that I didn't deliver on the fight as I wanted to. But on the other side, I'm so happy that all these people are here cheering for me, and all these veteran fighters that have walked the path with me for the last, almost 20 years are here to greet me. So I'm very happy.
Я очень благодарен моим друзьям, что они пришли поддержать меня. Я очень рад вас видеть, дорогие. Очень рад. Спасибо вам большое. Спасибо.
He said, I'm so happy to see all of you guys, the fighters that are here, to come and support me. I'm just so happy to see you. Thank you so much.
When you take a look at some of these guys here, Mark Coleman, who you competed against, Chael Sonnen, Randy Couture, who you were supposed to, all these guys, Quentin Jackson, Henzo, Frank Shamrock, Josh Barnett, just the list goes on and on. Man there, and Dan Henderson, Chuck Liddell. When you walk out of this cage, it's the end of an era. It's the end of all of their eras too, because those guys were part of your story when you were fighting. You're going to stick with the coaching, you're going to be back with your team.
Когда ты выйдешь с клетки, это будет как бы закончание не только твоей карьеры, но и ихней, как они были все частью твоей, и ты станешь тренером и будешь продолжать своей командой.
Да, все так, да, спасибо, да. Буду с ребятами, с командой. Я думаю, эти люди, как никто, меня понимают. Я уже примерно их возраста. Поэтому...
He said, yes, I'm going to dedicate my time to my coaches, my coaching, to my team. And he goes, all of these guys understand me. We're almost the same age. We've all been through the heights. And so I'm happy that they're here to support me.
Is he going to put the gloves down?
Федя. Ты положишь перчатки?
Да, я закончил. Спасибо всем.
Everyone get on your feet for the last fight of the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.